Hey drummers, hope you're well. Right, shout out to channel member David. This is a little practice along for you for the drum intro to Rock and Roll by Led Zeppelin. It sounds like this. And I'll do it now with a count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it starts really importantly on the and of beat 3. It's easy to mishear this as beat 1. It starts on the and of beat 3. This appears to have been inspired somewhat by the intro to Keep It Knockin' by Little Richard, but it also has a lot in common, I think, with the opening guitar riffs from Jailhouse Rock and also Johnny B. Good, Chuck Berry, because it starts on the and of beat 3. Think of the beginning of Johnny B. Good. 1, 2, 3. Just like that, right? So a classic sort of bluesy guitar riff style intro. I'll do it much more slowly and count. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. It's when the groove kicks in and you play. That crash cymbal at the start of that is on beat 1. But at the very beginning of the song, when it's drums only, the first note is the and of beat 3. Again, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So like I said, we'll do it in practice along version. What I'll do is I'll run the click at a slow speed and then bit by bit we'll work it up. We're going to play here both sticks together all the way. No bass drum or anything like that in the intro. Just both sticks together. There's an accent pattern as you can hear. So the basic idea is we're playing eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and trashy hi-hat and snare drum. And then we're going to accent, as in play stronger, on both the hi-hat and the snare drum on this particular pattern. And notation, I'll write the notation out, linked for everybody below. Check that out in the video description. You can have a look at that. As usual, on the channel members page, I'll type this one into Groove Scribe and you can practice along with it on there as well. Here we go. I'll go super slow one time without the click, then we'll introduce the click and go bit by bit by bit. Here it is real slow. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Okay, so it's 4 bars. The little pickup, anacrusis it's often called, isn't it? The little pickup isn't one of those 4 bars, but after that it's 4 bars. Again, a bit faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So full speed is 70 beats per minute. Sorry, 170. Let's just listen to that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's full speed. It's pretty quick. We'll go much more slowly. I'm going to suggest starting about 80 beats per minute, something like that. When you slow down, the advantage I always think is it gives you time to think, which is great. The disadvantage is sometimes we lose the musical flow a little bit. So at 80, that might happen. But we've got to start somewhere, man. So here it is. Right, here we are at 80. If you're struggling to remember this or feel it, I strongly suggest having the notation in front of you, because I think at this slower speed, that's so useful. When you get a bit faster, we can start to feel it a bit more, right? And but this slower speed, that can be tricky. So I'd say following it at this point. Nevertheless, going slow is a good idea. I'd say allows us to have time to think, to get our head around it. Here we go. In on the and of 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... One time again at 80. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and One last time at 80. 1 and 2 and 3. 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, let's push it up to 100. Here we go. 1 and 2 and now. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And again, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, 130. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, 1, 2, 3, and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 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 and 4. One for luck. 1 and 2 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, get in there. 150. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. One for luck. 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, full speed. Now, what I would do if I was playing this with the band is I would definitely shout the numbers at the beginning. So I'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I would also like continue to say them through it. Honestly, unless the band had played it loads and we were really familiar with it, I would like be mouthing the numbers, shouting the numbers to everyone else, especially at the end, the final 1, 2, 3, 4. I'd probably be yelling at the top of my voice at that point because I think it is easily misheard. This, if you were again familiar with your band and you'd play with this a lot and rehearsed it, and cool. Okay, here we go. Full speed. 1, 2, 3. And again, 1, 2, 3. One for luck. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, when the main groove hits, by the way, it's like your left stick plays quiet. I did a video about this a couple of years ago, maybe more than that now, actually. I remember somebody really quite crossly writing, that's absurd, or something like that. That's ridiculous. There's no way he's riding the snare drum all the way through. Well, it looks to me like he is. It's a bit hard to tell on the original. It sort of sounds like he is. But on the if you watch live at Nebworth, you can clearly see John Bonham riding the snare drum all the way through, man. Like that. I'd say there's probably a bit in my mind, anyway, a bit more debate about the bass drum. You can play it 1 and 3 like that. It works great. You could play 4 on the floor. I think I'd be tempted to do that live. You could get more busy. There are times when it sounds like he's playing more busily, like. And sometimes I think he was probably just changing it up. Had a little look around some live versions just now before I recorded this video. It does seem to be changing it a bit. There's definitely some live versions where the bass drum is a bit busy. But yeah, man, I think it's quite full on, honestly. Just keeping that left stick going. So if in any doubt, I would just play either 4 on the floor or 1 and 3 and get that snare drum happening first. Now, Superstar channel member David, who this video is dedicated to, he was just saying like he hasn't done a huge amount of playing with both hands together. He said, is it possible to play like something a bit simpler? Yeah, I mean there is. You could not play any of the quiet snare drums. So on the intro, you could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. You could do that. So there I'm only hitting the snare drum where there's an accented note and I'm ignoring the quiet ones in between. You can do it. Yeah, it works. Is it exactly the same? No, but it would work, honestly. And I can only repeat, if you're playing this with your band, shout the numbers. As ever, notation. In fact, today, notation available for everybody. Just go to I'll put it in a pinned comment and also in the video description for this. I'll also do on the channel members page, like I say, type it into GrooveScribe so you can play that over and over and over with the click and get a feel for that. And that's on the channel members page. And yeah, shout out to all the amazing channel members who support this channel like crazy. Thanks a million. I'm hugely appreciate it. You're progressing this channel along, helping it grow. Man, I appreciate it so much. If becoming a channel member is of interest to you, details below as well. Thanks a million. Shout out to David. See you soon. Starts on the end of beat 3. 1, 2, 3.